So the first thing we need to do is install panels. Let's load up the project page on Drupal. I'm going to search for Drupal panels in Google, and I'll just pick the top result here. Okay, so here's the page. It's on drupal.org/project/panels. If you read through this page, you can get a little bit of information about what panels is, although reading a couple of articles isn't nearly enough to really understand what it does. And from here, if you're going to go the traditional route to installing a module, you can download the 7.x version. Here's some information about how to use Update Manager to install the module or to use Drush. I'm going to use Drush to download the module, but since it's a collection of modules, I'm going to load it up on our modules configuration page before I enable anything. All right, I'm going to go to the modules page, and I'm going to look at the panels entry here. So panels comes bundled with 4 modules: the panels module, mini panels, panel nodes, and panels in place editor. We're going to enable panels for sure. Mini panels we're going to work with later. It's basically a way that you can take a panel and put it into another panel. So we'll enable this too. Panels in place editor is pretty cool. It allows you to manipulate panel panes on the front end instead of through the UI. This can be really handy in some situations. For now though, we're going to leave it uninstalled. We're going to use the back end to do all of our configuration. And finally, panel nodes, which is actually a lesser version of another module called Panelizer. Panelizer will allow you to attach panels to particular nodes or particular node types, and you can individually set permissions on those various types of entities, which allows you to enable your contributors to use panels for their content, which is neat. But we don't need this feature right now, and if we did, we would probably install Panelizer instead of panel nodes. Okay, so once we have these two checked, we'll click Save Configuration. Now, one other tool that we need to fully work with panels is called Page Manager. So I'm going to type in Page Manager here, and we're going to select it. This is part of the C Tools package, which you already installed to work with some of the other modules that we have. And what Page Manager does is basically provide us with a user interface to override existing menu items. So for example, we can take over the displays of nodes and use panels instead of the default node display. So once we have this enabled, let's click Save Configuration. All right,